In this video lecture, now we will go through rate of reaction to define rate of reaction in terms of conversion X for flow systems or for flow reactors, right? So that we can further evaluate design equation for flow reactors. So just to start with flow reactor, the design equation for flow reactor is this: volume is equals to FA0, which is initial flow rate, right? That is passed inside in the reactor. 0 to x conversion, then you have dx, which is conversion, x represents conversion upon Ra minus, right? This is the design equation for flow reactors, right? Now you have to define or express this Ra in terms of x, right? So that you can further evaluate this integral, right? So what you have to do is you have to define rate of reaction in terms of conversion X, right? We would be taking help of two things. First is rate law, the second is stoichiometric table, right? We know that rate law is expressed as K Ca Cb, right? Concentration of A, concentration of B. So what we would be doing is, this is for a reaction, say for any reaction AA BB plus gives you CC and DD, right? And we will convert it into, to get everything on, or to define all the reactants and products in terms of per mole, on basis of per mole of A. To define everything on per mole basis of A, we will divide it, we will divide all the reactants and products with the coefficient of this reactant A, right? And this is, as we discussed in previous lecture, this is your limiting reactant or limiting reagent. B upon AB, then you have C upon AC, you have D upon AD, right? So what we would be doing here is, we will first find conversion, right, in terms of, we will define concentration in terms of conversion, right? Then we will substitute the expression for concentration in this rate of reaction, right? Then we will get rate of reaction in terms of conversion, right? Like we did in previous lecture for batch reactors, right? So we would be using one expression for rate of reaction. If you remember, we did this. This is expressing rate of reaction in terms of reactants and products, right? With the help of this, we would be building the stoichiometric table, right? Second column of stoichiometric table. So now what we would be doing is, we will now look at this stoichiometric table. It has 4 columns. The first column shows you the different reactants and products, right? Species A, B, C, D. The second column of this table shows you the initial feed rate, right? Initial feed rate to the flow reactors. This is the flow reactor, right? Where you passed this much moles, right? This much moles of reactants and products, right? This is your FA0, FB0, FC0 and FD0, right? This is your molar flow rate, moles upon time. Why we are using flow rate here? Because we would be doing our calculations at one point, because here the reactants are in continuous flow, right? They are not like we have in batch reactors, right? Where the reactants and products are not flowing but are reacting inside the reactor, right? So at any point if you want to find the molar flow rate, right, you would be we would be comparing this with time, molar flow rate and volumetric flow rate. We will be using these two terms, volumetric flow rate, which is denoted by nu. right? Molar flow rate is how many moles are flowing at any point, and volumetric flow rate is what volume is flowing at any point, right? And when we talk about rate, that means we are comparing it with time, right? So this is the initial feed rate that is passed into the reactor of reactants and products. So when they go inside the reactor, they will react, right? They will react, that means they will undergo a change, right? So how we will calculate the change? Change we know is how much of reactants have reacted, right, out of total number of moles. Total number of moles is Fa0, right? So how much have reacted at any point, right, at any time t, would be Fr is equals to Fa0 dot x, this, right? And using this expression, right, we will express other reactants and products in terms of this limiting reagent Ra, right, or limiting reagent A, right? So how we will do this? So this is Fa0x. Fa0x is your this, right? That is how much of A have reacted, right? This much of A has reacted inside the reactor. Now, if you want to find B, how much of B have reacted? This would be Fb0 dot x, right? Because x is on per mole basis, right? If 1 mole, for every 1 mole of any reactant, for every 1 mole, this much is reacting, x is reacting. So if total moles is Fa0, how much will react? We will multiply it with x, because x is for 1 mole, right? Similarly for B, how much is reacting when it passes into the reactor? It will be minus Fbx, right? Because Fb is initially the total moles that you have passed is Fb. So how much have reacted? X represents reaction per mole, right? So Fb0 is our total moles. So we will multiply x with Fb0. You get the reaction, right? How much of Fb0 have reacted, right? Now we will define this in terms of A, right? In terms of Fa0 using this equation. So this will replace Ra with Fa0, which is your flow rate minus A is equals to Fb0 upon minus B, right? So Fb0 would be, Fb0 is B upon A Fa0, right? So in place of Fb0, I will substitute Fb upon A Fa0 dot x, right? This is what we have got, right? So using this technique, this method, we will define all reactants and products in terms of reactant A or initial feed of reactant A, Fa0. This is how you will get Ca if you compare these two, this and this, right? If you compare this and this, you will get D in terms of A, right? So this is all you got. This is how you make this third column. Now let's come to the fourth column. Fourth column is how much of it is remaining. If you have passed Fa0 initially, right? Out of this Fa0, if Fa have reacted, right? Out of this Fa0, this much has reacted. What we are showing in third column, this much have reacted. So how much is remaining is Fa, what is coming out from the other end after reaction, right? This represents your second column, right? What you have initially fed, this, right? And this is how much of these reactants and products have reacted, right? How much of reactants have reacted and how much of products have formed, right? That is why reactants are in minus sign, products are positive. That means products are increasing, reactants are going down. So this third column represents what is happening inside the reactor, the reaction that is happening inside the reactor, right? Like this, Fa0 dot x, right? So third column represent what is happening inside the reactor, and fourth column represent what is coming out of the reactor. So what is coming out of the reactor? What is going inside minus how much have reacted. What have reacted is disappeared actually, right? So you will subtract what has reacted from the initial feed rate to get this, right? You build the fourth column using this. So remaining, how much have remained, that is what is coming out is total what you have fed minus what have reacted. So FA is equals to FA0 minus FA0x. Similarly for this FB0 minus this, right? This is what we have defined. Similarly FC0 minus this. Similarly FD is FD0 minus this, what has reacted, right? Or for products we are using plus sign. Why? Because we know that as the reaction progresses, the quantity of products increases and that of reactants goes down, right? That is why minus for reactants and plus for products, right? Now what we will do is we will just sum up all this. We get FT0, which is FT0 is equal to sum of all the reactants, right? Sum of molar or initial feed rate of all the reactants and products, and we will sum up this fourth column, right? When you sum up this fourth column, FA, FB, FC, FT would be equal to FT, right? Total of what is coming out from the other end, right? And FT0, if you just add this FA0, FB0, FC0, FD0, it would be FT0 plus, if you add this portion, you will get D upon A plus C upon A minus B upon A minus 1. This is what we get, and from this portion you can take FA0x common, right? This is how you will solve it. So like we did in previous derivation in previous lecture for batch systems, this will occur in all the calculations related to this. So we will just define this with delta, right? This, where delta represents D upon A plus C upon A minus B upon A minus 1, right? So FT is equals to F10 plus delta this FA0x, right? This is the equation. Now since we want concentration, so now we will find concentration for flow system. Concentration for flow system. So in order to find concentration for flow systems at a given point, right, can be determined, the concentration at any point can be determined using the molar flow rate, right, and volumetric flow rate, because we know that concentration is moles per unit volume, right? Now in this case, molar flow rate, since we are concentration is we would be looking at concentration at any point, say A, right? So Ca at any point, concentration at any point would be equal to the flow rate of these reactants and products divided by the volumetric flow rate, right? Because normally it is moles upon volume, moles per unit volume, but this is a flowing system, right? So when you consider flowing system, you have to just consider how many moles are passing from that point, right, comparing with time. How much moles are passing, which is your molar flow rate, and what volume is passing, right, that contains those moles, which is your volumetric flow rate, right? So concentration in flow system is this is your molar flow rate divided by volumetric flow rate. Right? So what is your molar flow rate? Molar flow rate would be, what is the molar flow rate? Molar flow rate is moles flowing per unit time. When you are saying time, when you are saying rate, Rate is when you compare it with time. So molar flow rate is your moles per unit time. Volumetric flow rate is volume pass per unit time. So this would be moles upon volume. This is your CA, right? Moles upon volume. Right? Now we will apply this, right, to all these 4 concentrations, right? It would be, if you apply to this CA would be this much of moles has come out, so FA0 1 minus X upon nu. This is your volumetric flow rate, right? CB would be, first let's do one thing. Let's first solve this equation further. We have to solve this equation further like we did before. So in order to solve this equation further, what we do is FB is equals to, we will take, in all these 3, what we will do is we will take FA0 common, right? We will take FA0 common so that we can factorize it. It will become FB0 upon FA0 minus B upon A X, right? Similarly, and this will become theta B minus B upon A X, right? Similarly, FC would become, since you have taken FA0 common, this is what it will become, right? Similarly, FC0 will become, FA0 is common, divided by FA0 is common, then you have FC0 divided by FA0, right, here, plus C upon A dot X. Similarly, FD0 would be, you take FA0 common, right, and we will replace this with theta C like we have replaced here. This would be FD0 upon FA0 plus D upon A X. So this will become FA0 theta D plus D upon A X, right? Similarly, this will become FA0 theta C plus C upon A X, right? So we have further simplified this equation. Now we will find the concentration using this. Concentration would be, now if you concentration is, we would be using this formula. F divided by flow rate divided by the volumetric flow rate, which is denoted by nu, right? This formula you will use for concentration. I'll repeat, flow rate divided by volumetric flow rate, what we discussed here. So for B it would be FA0 divided by nu theta B minus B upon A X, right? And this will, concentration for C would be FA0, C is here, this FA0 nu theta C plus C upon A X equals to FA0 divided by nu theta D plus D upon A X, right? Now this is the expression for concentration, right? Now we will consider it to be a constant volume system like we did before, because for liquid phase reaction we will consider this as liquid phase reaction. For liquid phase reactions, if there is no change in phase, right, for liquid phase reactions, when there is no change in phase, then the volume change is negligible or no volume change, right? So since there is no volume change, So this volume is same in all the cases, for all the reactants and products, this volumetric flow rate is same, right, which is volumetric flow rate would be nu is equals to nu 0, right. So we will substitute here nu 0 for all this, since volume is same, so we will replace it with nu 0, right. So what this term has become, if you look at this, concentration, right. So this has become Ca1 minus x, this has become, this is Ca0, Ca0 1 minus x, this is your Ca0 theta b minus b upon ax, this is Ca0 theta c plus c upon ax. Similarly this one, Ca0 theta d plus d upon ax, right, d upon ax. Now we have simplified it till this point. Now if you look back to the rate law, right, because what we said is, since rate law is in terms of concentration, right. So we have to define concentration in terms of conversion, right. Once we get concentration in terms of conversion, we'll substitute the expression for concentration in this rate law. So what you get is rate as a function of conversion, right. Now to get rate as a function of conversion, we know that rate is equals to K Ca Cb, right. So we will substitute Ca Cb here. R would be K, Ca is your this Ca0 1 minus x, Cb is your Ca0 theta b minus b upon ax. This is your K, Ca0 square 1 minus x theta b minus b upon ax. So, right, you have got this expression, right, for rate. So what we have done is, we have expressed rate in terms of, you can see this, we have expressed minus r in terms of conversion x, right. Now we will substitute this r here in this equation. So we have got this r in terms of x conversion. This is what we want to achieve to further solve this design equation, right. I hope this is clear. This is just exactly same as what we did for batch reactors, right. The only difference is that this is a flow reactor. So at any point, if you want to find the concentration, you have to look into the molar flow rate, right, because number of moles are flowing from that point. So molar flow rate at that point divided by the volume that contains those moles that are flowing at that point, right. So this is what we have used. Rest is same. We have found the expression for concentration, then we simplified these equations, right, by taking Fa0 common, right, and then we substituted the values in rate law to express rate in terms of conversion, right. This is simple. So just watch this video. Before watching this video, just watch the previous video, right. And I hope all this is clear. Thanks.